Here we are back once again. It is I who's truly the maniac. I go by the name of Thando Nkonyana. I greet this episode with the holy name of Shiva, the one above who looks over us. Yet another current state of mind. Sorry guys, I'm a bit excited, man, about this. It is March of 2025, and this is another segment, like I said, of the current state of mind. We are in the month of March. We are quite grateful yet again. We got an opportunity. As the host, I love this segment because of the fact that it gets me a chance to be by myself, reflect on the many things that have happened, what I hope to happen, and also just touch down on a bit of motivation and everything that we have right now. I want to start this off on a note that what you have right now, at one point you were praying for it. I want you to take some time and actually take stock of the fact that a lot of things are actually going your way. Where our focus goes, our energy flows right there. And I want to start this off on a gratitudinal note. I don't even know if that's a word, but we start this one with gratitude because we understand that the one above continues to look over us. I'm thankful, first of all, for the day. I'm thankful for the state of mind that I am in. It gave me an opportunity to actually record this. Use what you have, guys. I always emphasize use what you have where you are and just take it one day at a time as it comes from there. The reason why I start this one on a gratitude note is that an attitude of gratitude unlocks a lot of things that we take for granted, in terms of me, like talking about how we need to acknowledge what we prayed for at one point. We do have it now, but because we are in this constant reel of trying to consume and get more and get more and get more, we don't even give ourselves opportunity for us to actually take stock of the fact that, yo, I have what I prayed for. At one point, I was unemployed, and that was a learning curve. It was a period filled with a lot of self-reflection, because I had all the time in the world to actually like consult myself, speak to myself. In previous episodes of my podcast, I've talked about going into the hyperbolic chamber, facing my own thoughts, understanding that I was not there in the hyperbolic chamber to go and question these thoughts. It was a matter of me trying to acknowledge them, especially the things that I had put aside, in terms of they were fundamental to the everyday struggle that I was going through at that time. But the biggest decision, and up until this day, it's a decision I still make, is to face myself, is to acknowledge my shortcomings, is to look at my own mistakes and understand that I made those mistakes so that I can learn from them, not that I can beat myself down. We spend so much time trying to break ourselves apart because we're trying to compare ourselves to who someone is today instead of who we used to be. The reason why you are stealing your own joy is because you're busy comparing yourself to someone else. And we don't take into mind that we only see a tiny speck of that someone that we're busy comparing ourselves with. And remember, we're only viewing things from what we think about that person. We really don't know the entire reality. And I always try to emphasize and try to remind my inner circle, bro, your life is unique, man. Your life is unique, your problems are unique. And that's the one thing that we all have in common. We're all going through stuff. But the last thing that you can do is trying to make things worse, bro. So I just want you to stop self-destructing. I want you to stop becoming your enemy. Now you need to start becoming your friend. This is when self-love comes into place. This is when self-acknowledgement comes into place. This is where forgiveness. And remember, forgiveness, you do it so that you can free yourself. It's not about the other person. It doesn't matter how we can emphasize on how that person hurt us. But then we also have a choice whether we do keep that hurt. And shout out to my brother, Chadley Johnson. He told me that you cannot forgive and not forget, because right now you are holding on to what that person did. Even if you say you forgive them, but you keep on thinking about it, it means you haven't forgiven. But we don't understand also how us in not forgiving people, we are holding the grudge, and that grudge weighs heavy on us. We are all guilty of this at one point, where we forgave someone, but we still use that thing against them. And it starts with the self. And if you could do it with yourself, you are going to do it with others. It's a reminder that how you treat yourself is how you're going to treat others. When you are hard on yourself, you're going to be hard on other people. When you are careful and tender and loving and caring about yourself, you're going to do that same thing to other people, because your behavior is only a reflection of you. It's never about what the other person did, no matter how much justification you can actually put on that. So it always goes back again, leading back to the self. Are you going to take self accountability for where you are? Are you going to constantly keep on blaming situations that are not in your control? So now we move towards self accountability to what can we control? What can you control right now? The first thing you can control is your behavior. The second thing, you can control your thoughts. Because once you lose against your own self, how are you expecting to win in the outside world? So gratitude to the younger me who made that hard decision, even if he didn't have an income at the time, to say, you know what? This has been building up for years, bro. You definitely need to sit down. You need to listen to all the stuff that you did. And then you need to forgive yourself for that, because you didn't know any better. After forgiving ourselves, that is when we continue and we self-equipped. We give ourselves an opportunity to learn new means, because remember, any behavior that you're practicing right now is learned behavior. At one point, what you were doing right now, you weren't doing previously. But when you do something consistently, or obviously it becomes a habit. So start to ask yourself, what habits do I have that are not doing any good for me? Because you can't change what you're not aware of. And at the time, I was overthinking. I was so focused on how things could go wrong, instead of the latter, what if everything goes right? I like to tell the story about, you meet 99 people, even 100 people a day. 97 of those people tell you you are a piece of shit. And 3 people tell you you are the greatest. You're the most wonderful person they ever met. You made their day. Who are you going to focus on? There are 2 dogs in your head. One dog is willing to fight by any means necessary, and the other only fights when necessary. Which dog are you going to feed? We don't understand some situations that we find ourselves in. They don't require our participation. They require our observation, which is why meditation is so important to me. It's not about what it does for someone else, but what it does for me. You see, so you do these routines, you instill these habits because you want to become a person that does them. Because they are going to be a reflection of, first of all, your productivity, your outcomes, your behavior, how you hold yourself. And my reputation is my everything. As Robert Greene says in the 48 Laws of Power, your reputation is your everything, guarded with your life. So obviously the situations that you are going to be in, they're here to test you. They are here to test how capable are you. My baby girl. They're here to test how capable you are. How are you going to get to the next level, first of all, if you can't deal with the current level that you are? How are you expecting Almighty Shiva to bless you with 100,000 or even 1 million if you're mishandling $10? Think about it. With the little that we have, what are we doing with it? Yes, we expect more, which is there's nothing wrong in you expecting more. That's human nature. We're always going to want to aspire. We always want to climb the ladder. We always want to become more than what we are currently. But the little that you have, if you are not grateful for it, then it's going to be taken away. I'm not sure if I'm saying this quote right. From the haves, many will be taken. From the have-nots, many will be taken, and the haves, more will be given. I'm not sure. I think there's also something of that nature in the Bible. I want any Christian to put in the comment section what that verse means, what that verse entails even. So, working with what we have. I have the smartphone. I'm recording with it right now. I have this microphone. I have this mixer. I have this PC to edit. I'm connected. I have social media for distribution. I have these platforms to upload this content. I have all these apps that I'm learning to edit. So I'm grateful. But also that takes you to make a decision. Whatever you are going to make a decision about, you need to do what's necessary, especially when you don't feel like it. I don't feel like uploading these episodes. I don't feel like recording these episodes all the time. But your feelings have nothing to do with it. Your feelings will lie to you. Because at the end of the day, the work must be delivered. Someone needs to hear what you have to say. Someone needs what you've been gifted with. Trust and believe in that. And we live in a world right now where we take it for granted that you can create a piece of content in one part of the world and the other part of the world can be able to see that, watch that. Well, these algorithms, which are so articulate in taking our content and taking it to the people that want to watch it the most, it will literally take it to the audience. These platforms now are in the monetization game. People can make money off their content. What a world, man. What a time to be alive. And you're telling me you're not going to take advantage. Your excuses are only the bullshit stories you're telling yourself to prevent yourself from being great. It's either you make excuses or you make money, not both. It's either you're stagnant or you're making progress. I'd rather be walking slow alone than nowhere with plenty of people around me. So who you keep around you matters. Who am I becoming because of the people that I'm around? Am I getting better? Your effectiveness is going to be measured by the people that you keep around, the network that you keep. It goes back to that hyperbolic chamber where now you have to question yourself as well. Where am I taking this? What is the ultimate outcome out of this? What do I actually want out of this? Where do I see myself? You see, if you don't contemplate on the future you, because the past is like the rearview mirror, there's a reason why the rearview mirror is smaller and the windscreen is bigger. Because what matters is what comes ahead, what we are yet to become. Our greatest version is only in front of you, not behind you. But that is created in the now. It's created in the daily decisions that you're going to make in the present. That's why it's called the present, because it's what you have at this moment. So if you keep on looking at the rearview mirror, you don't have control over that. You don't have control over the decision you made at that time. But then you're in a position in which you can be able to actually listen and take accountability and be like, yo, I messed up there. So I shouldn't go there. I messed up there. I shouldn't go there. You see? How can I make sure that I don't get to be in that position once again? You see? You are basically a scientist and the world is your lab. Experiment as much as you can, restart, reshuffle, try again, fail, but fail forward. Fail forward because it's all about progress. It's all about who you become because of what you are going through right now. That's why I aim to be better. That's why I aim to push positivity. That's why I aim to elevate. That's why I aim to motivate. That's why I'm the motivational maniac. But also, there's a human aspect. You're also human. Don't forget that. And you being human, allow yourself to feel. Don't disconnect. That can't be taken away. You need to feel because that is something that matters a lot. Then don't forget to be selfish. What do I mean by being selfish? Put yourself on. Start with you. My uncle told me that the other day, and I think I did mention that in the last current state of mind. He said, be selfish with Thando. No one is going to love Thando more than Thando, bro. No one's going to put Thando on more than Thando, bro. Slow progress is better than stagnation. I'd rather be tiptoeing one step at a time, one day at a time, 1% better, lay a brick a day. Be good at laying that brick, steady, precision, on point. By the time the year ends, I'm sitting in a mansion. I'm not talking about literal bricks, if you get me. But remember, your progress is also measured by you. You set the benchmark. And I've learned to acknowledge opinions. Because in my world, opinions are just someone else's version of their truth. That's not my truth, but it becomes your truth when you start to believe those opinions. How many opinions of who we are have we listened to and we believed? The moment you believe is the moment you accept. So your opinion of what I'm doing doesn't matter. Like someone else's opinion is none of your business. What you should be concerned about is what your creator thinks of you and what you're doing. The decisions that you're making today, when 20 years comes, are you going to be proud of that? When you look back, doesn't matter what someone else thinks. What matters is after you've made those decisions, are you going to be proud of those decisions 20, 30, 40 years to come? Because this life thing is a marathon, man. It's not a sprint. Stick to your own lane. Most importantly, stick to your own financial lane. You see, you can't want to compensate and be like someone else, and yet you know your position. If you can afford that shirt for 100 Rand, go get it, my brother. It don't matter what someone else says about what you can afford. It doesn't matter. Because people don't give a fuck, man. I had to learn that the hard way. People are so obsessed and preoccupied about themselves to even care about you. They're acting like it. 80% don't care. 20% are glad you have the problems you have. So go deeper, like put you, depend on you, self-articulate, learn, read. I'm back to my habits right now. I'm reading. Witness some dagas. It's more than just money. Shout out to Luando Baninzi for hooking me up with that book, bro. Thank you for starting my library, bro. And for many more, and wishing you to come on my show, bro. so that we can discuss the future, wealth, mental health, and a whole lot of other things that are affecting us as a community. Can't wait to have you on the show, my brother. Appreciate what you've done for me. So plenty of us are not where we are. But instead of acknowledging that, we choose to self-criticize. If only I had done this, if only I had done this, this would have happened. It didn't happen because you didn't do it. You literally didn't do it. So why are you gonna fucking obsess about something you didn't do? What is that gonna change? Tell me of anybody that has had regrets. Where are they now? You can't focus all the time on what has gone wrong. What about what has gone right? You're still here. That is what matters. You still have the day. That is what matters. You still have breath in your lung. That is what matters. You can still get it. That is what matters. So shift your focus, shift your mind. Nobody is going to do it for you except you. Nobody. Whoever taught you and told you that life will be easy lied to you. It's going to be hard. You're going to be misunderstood. You're going to be forgotten. You're going to be ridiculed. But you keep the focus. You keep on feeding your reality. You keep on making that dreams a reality. I wrote a status the other day. Keep focusing on the goals because your dreams are valid. Of course they are. There's a reason why the creator showed you your dream. He didn't show it to nobody else. And then he puts you in situations that will have to show you how it's done. If you are not taking the signals, that's on you. You succeed, that's on you. You fail, that's on you. Like, take the L's, man. Take the lessons, man. No one became great without failure. You're going to fail many times. You're going to have to try many times. And the master has failed more times than the student will ever try. You want to be a master? Fail. Be at bed with failure because you are going to fail more than you will succeed. That's a guarantee. That's definitely a guarantee. It's going to blow up in your face. You're going to get left. You're going to get ridiculed, like I said. They won't believe in you. But the most important thing is for you to believe in you. That is what matters. Belief. We're coming to the end of this quarter, first quarter of 2025. Reflect. And if you know me, I don't believe in New Year's resolution. I believe in work. The promise you made yourself, Thando, that we're going to start this video show. And here we are, still keeping the promise. Still elevating, still motivating. In the background, we're cooking what's next. How are we going to brand this? How are we going to distribute this? We're thinking solutions. Because the solutions are always embedded in the problems. If you want to keep on running away from problems, you will never find the solutions. Maniacs, you hold the key. The key to the outcomes that you seek, you already have it. It's already within you. You just need to look in within. This is not a segment of current state of mind. My name is Thando Nkonyana. March has been amazing so far. Amazing so far. Looking forward to April. Starting the second quarter in April of 2025. We are hitting the goals. Slow progress. Slow money. Slow money better than no money, man. We're investing. We're growing. We're walking in nature. We're planting. We're laughing, we're meeting people, we're connecting, we're doing all this important stuff because it does matter. But maniacs, just as a closing statement, don't forget to love yourself. Self-love is the best love, man. Ain't nobody gonna love you more than yourself, man. And if you never build a relationship with you, you cannot expect to have any relationship that would be fruitful. Thankful to the Almighty Shiva for yet another opportunity. As the motivational maniac, I'm signing out on this one. Until next time. Namaste and Shalom.